So today starts the process of fitting 2 new bathrooms and a bit of outside work on a house for a guy that I did, funnily enough, I did an emergency call out to him probably a couple of months ago, probably a month and a half ago now, on a Sunday when he had drilled through his pipe in one of the bedrooms. We're at that house doing 2 bathrooms. We're starting the first one today, so we're heading over there. The skip's being delivered out. We've got to cover all the floors up and start removing the first bathroom, all the tiles off it, get everything out, strip it out basically. Then we can alter the pipework to where the first fix is going to be. Is moving the basin and the toilet are being moved around, and the towel rails being shifted about. So we're going to go over there now, get prepared, because as I said, we've got this one to do, so it's probably a 2-week turnaround depending on how we're getting on with this one, and then we'll be straight into the next one. So it's nice. I've known this job's coming for probably 3 or 4 months now. It's the brother-in-law of the guy that I did the sunken bath with, which I'll bang a link up to in the corner there. If you remember that job where we took the sunken bath out and dropped the shower down, it's a brother-in-law to that guy there. So I'm going to head over there now. Just been to Screwfix, picked some gorilla tubs up and all that sort of stuff, and some roll and stroll for the carpets. So we'll go over there, get all that put in, wait for the skip to arrive, begin stripping it out, and start the renovation of these 2 bathrooms. So here we are, day 1. Skips arrived about 5 minutes ago, and I've also got that bath from that job I did last week. Just chucking that skip. So what I've been and done is I always put roll and stroll, you know, the plastic carpet protector throughout whenever I'm doing the bathroom. So we've got this one to do, but the first one we're doing is this one here. So this is coming completely out. Basin will be over on there. Toilet is staying here. Towel rail is going to be moved to that sort of position there. And the shower cubicle's coming out. And because this is a square one, it takes up quite a lot of the room in here. So we're having one with a curve on the front there. I'm going to reskin the ceiling. Spotlights in the ceiling. I think we have an electric point here for a shaver. Electric point there for a mirror. But yeah, so first thing we're going to do today is strip all of this out, get it all completely out in the skip. So we've got a blank canvas, and we'll go from there. First of all, we'll get all the shower screen out, get all this off, get the tray out, start getting all these tiles off around here. It goes into here, hopefully they come off alright, and then we can begin getting the rest of it out, get the basin, toilet isolated, and shift all that out. So there we go, that's the majority of the bathroom out. Tiles are all off, trays out, showers out, towel rails off, toilet and basin are out. So what we're going to do, the boards there were just literally coming off as I've taken them off. So we're going to alter the pipe, bring it out from where, because you have an electric shower in here, we'll bring it out here with the electric cable as well. And what I'm going to put on here, I'm going to moisture board here and overboard this with moisture board. So it's completely done, and then when the tilers come, they'll seal in where the boards put up together, all in the corner, round the bottom of the tray. It'll all be completely sealed and waterproofed, and then when they tile it, obviously, it'll be fine then anyway. So I finished getting the boards off that wall, and I was going to shoot off, pick the moisture boards up for there, but I got carried away, I got sidetracked by tracing these pipes out and working out what we're going to do here. So I've just been scratching my head for a while over this. So let me explain. We've got the main stack here. The toilet's going to go here. We're having a basin on this wall. It's currently coming out there for the waste there, so we've got to take it over to there. This is the waste pipe for the shower. Now, as this sits on the top, I was going to reuse that, run that round, and then take the 1¼ inch for the basin. But I was gonna have to drill through these joists here, and then you're never going to get the pipe in. So, and I didn't like all this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this stack. This is a sort of a one chance thing, really. I'm going to cut this stack here straight across and cut all this section out. Cut it there, put a 4-way boss in, but trim off the back 2 bosses, so it's just this one here and this one here at the same height. So then we can run that round to pick the basin up. I can come out of there, notch the top of this joist, that one, and then run that along for the shower. So we're going to just cut all of that out, and then when all that's out, I can redo these hot and colds, get them down under the floor, because they've got to run along here, pick up a cold for there. Obviously this is going to be gone, but they've got to connect back on to the hot and cold there, and then we've got to take 2 feeds over for the basin. So if you've understood all that, what I've just gone through, that's half as complicated as it's been me trying to work it out. Because originally I was going to adapt onto that and adapt onto that, but I'm just going to cut it out, put a boss there, and start again. So, and then the top bit here, we're going to have to cut and put a slip coupler on it, so we can get all that back in, and then just connect that vent back up. So I'm going to start by just cutting that out of the way, I'll probably just cut this and get all that out, and then get that out, and once that's cut, there's no turning back then. That's how we're going to do it. But yeah, it's just sometimes you just got to look at it and go, right, that's exactly how I'm going to do it, and just go in and just do it, just cut it, and that's it. This stuff always stinks horrible. So I've cut those wastes off that. What I'm going to do now is cut this across here and then wedge this vent pipe up in position, and then cut off there, and then try and cut this bottom collar off as close to this as we can. It's going to be tricky, but I'm in it now. I'm in it. Lucky for us, that is just sort of floating. The bit I cut off, this bit, is floating into position. So what I'll do now is get it out of there, pull it out of there, pull this fitting out of there, and then try and get to the bottom and cut it off there. It's just that old, it's all sort of seized into position. I just don't want to. This is the bit I want to get off. It's coming, I think. Yeah. Right. So this obviously feeds down into the kitchen that's directly below. So now I'm going to try and cut off as much as I can, and then try and cut it at here. It's going to be quite awkward, I think. Right, I'm going to use that internal cutter, goes in and cuts a hole internally. Like that. eBay again for that. What you've got to always do with this is put something in first, because if that for any reason comes loose and drops down through the soil pipe, A, you're going to get blockages, and B, you ain't getting it out. Cutting that internally has now allowed us to get further down, which is perfect. So now we'll just take that out, which has stopped The drill bit dropping in. Oh, I'm glad that's done. So we can now stick a 4-way boss on there. We'll trim the back one off, so we can come off there. That way we can go 1.25 inches for the basin. On there now, we can reroute it. We can come off there 1.5 inches, and I can come through, because I've got to hold to that cold anyway. I can come through where this board is, into this joist, and then over to where the shower is. So yeah, I'm glad I've been able to do that, because when I was looking at it, you know, when you look at something, the longer you look at it, you think, oh, now am I going to do this? But, you know, taking that little bit of time, having a look at it, working it out, and thinking, right, I can do that way. It's going to be touch and go. Sometimes you just got to cut there, and just get on with it. That's day one just about done. I'll take you through what we've done. We've completely stripped it out. Let me just stand back here so you can see it. It's completely stripped out. Tomorrow we're going to sort the pipe out for there and bring the cable out for there. But what we've got to do as well is sort this stack out. So I've made a list for bits for that. Sort that out, get the pipe work, get the copper pipe work into position, and we're going to move the heating pipes from that towel rail. It's going to come across a little bit to here to go up to feed the towel rail there, and then the toilets going obviously there, basin there, new 1200 shower tray in here with the screen and whatnot on, and then completely fully tiled. So that's day one, just about done in here. I'm going to go to Plumb Base now, pick some bits up ready for tomorrow. So it's now Tuesday morning. I've been and picked up all the soil pipe bits that we need to get on with this stack. So I can now explain to you a bit better on how we're going to do it. So we've got a 4-way boss. I've cut the other sides off just so it fits in a bit better. So we're going to pop that on like that. I'm just mocking it up for now to show you exactly how we're going to do it. So that's going to go like that. Then we're going to put 2 45s in, but we're going to trim it down so it's right on its absolute limit when it goes in. So that will go there. Then we've got the branch which will sit in that 45. Obviously it's high at the minute. This is our 7 inches from the finished floor level, so it's about 8 inches at the minute. But with the board, tiles, etc. on, that's going to be our 7 inches. So by the time we've trimmed that bit off there, and we may even snatch a little bit out the bottom of the branch as well, we're going to be a good 1.5 inches down, which will give us our 7 inches there. Then I've got a slip coupler, or I'm going to make a slip coupler to go onto here and then connect back into that soil pipe. So that then means that we can come off this side through this existing notch in the joist with the 1.25 inches for the basin that's going just here. Then we can come off this side, we can alter this cold pipe, come off this side, come through here with the 1.5 inches to feed the shower. So yesterday it was doing my head in looking at exactly how we were going to do it, because I was going to leave it all in. But to be fair, altering it like that is also going to give us a bit more room when you come to boxing this back out, because we're going to come straight off here and flush with there, just so there's not as many angles or reveals, which means hopefully we'll get that, and it'll just need a tiny little box on the bottom, or a little step on the bottom. So sometimes by the time you've looked at something, you've wasted that much time looking at it thinking, oh, how am I going to do this? It's better to just cut it out and start fresh. So what we'll do, we'll get these trimmed up now, and then we can get this made in and work our way back from there. So that's it, all trimmed down now. These 45s are trimmed down, and I've also trimmed a little bit off that, and it's taken it perfectly just below our 7 inches. So we've got a little bit of a fall from the pan once the floor's in. So that has worked a treat. So what I'm going to do now is sort of slip coupler out for there, which is going to be... It's alright.
Dog, escape dog. Come here.
You've been gagging to look up here.
Yeah, literally. As soon as I... Right. Sorry about that.
No worries, no problem. So yeah, so I'm going to make a slip coupler out of this. And again, I'm going to use this little drill bit. Now, I've put this drill bit on my Instagram, and I had so many messages about it. So again, it's from eBay, same as the tile bits, but I'll bang a link in the description below for this, because this is perfect as well for making slip couplers. So we've just got, this is just a normal coupler, 4-inch coupler. We've got to take the lip off internally. So again, with this, get it round so you can see it. It will just run all the way around and then just follow those last little bits down. Or if you can get hold of one, just buy one. But they didn't have one, so I'm having to trim this one down. So we've glued the bottom bit in now. All this is in place. I've put the slip coupler on there. I've pushed it right up. And as you can see here is the lip of the pipe. So we've got the new bit of pipe here. What I'm going to do is put plenty of lubricant around the bottom here and also the top, because where the slip coupler is going to go into, like so. So we'll push it first off into here, because it'll then twist and sit flush with the bottom. So now all we've got to do is pull that slip coupler down so that it's, let's just mark it so we know from a pencil. We mark it there, then we'll know that the collar has come down past that point. Put plenty of grease on here so it's just dead slippy, because it makes it so much easier. Thing is though, my gloves are all slippy now. There we go, there we go. So I can just tweak it up. There we go, we've joined it. And then I can just twist the branch to exactly where we want it. So by the time we've twisted that in, we've got that set, that's perfect. Slip coupler up there, 45s and a 4-way there. We can now get the Boss adapters in there and get the waste run through, get this cold main out of the way, and we're getting somewhere with the first fix. So with that soil stack and that now done, I'm going to alter the hot and cold. So hot comes in here, cold there, feeds what was the old bathroom, and then it drops down to the kitchen. So I'm going to cut it here, bring these two low level, because obviously we've got the waste pipes coming across here. So I'm going to bring them low level, cut it here, and then put a cold feed over to where the toilet's going to go, hot and cold's over to where the basin's going to go, and re-pick up the pipe for the shower, because that is here. So we can tee that in where I bring them through. But first off, we'll cut them there, get the pipe work out. You know when you do a job and it seems like you've taken forever to do it? Well, just sorting these pipes out is exactly that. It seems like I've been doing it for ages. Anyway, we've now got the hot and cold coming in here. We've altered it. We've got rid of all the old pipework. The pipework that was there for the basin and where it was teeing under the floor for the shower. So we've picked the shower back up there. That's coming up there. We can sort that out shortly. We've got the hot and cold over and the waste over for the basin, so we can sort that out in a bit. We've got the cold feed over for the toilet as well, and then we've got the hot and colds feeding back down in that corner for the kitchen. So what I'm going to do now is start putting a little bit of floor down, and just to make it work, so I can work there a little bit easier. And get this board back down, get this board back down, sort them out there. Then I'm going to alter these pipes, get them into position right where they need to be for the basin, and the same for the toilet. And also we're waiting for the electrician to come to get sockets in here, or shaver socket in there, mirror lights, downlighters in the ceiling. We've got the cabling for the shower, but it's like 10 to, what is it? 10 to 12, so to be fair, they'll probably swing in here, spend an hour here, and that'll be it for them. They'll be going home. Early day for the Sparkies, well, probably be a late day for the Sparkies, be about 1 o'clock. Right, everything seems to be taking forever on this job. We've now got the hot and cold in, sunk into the wall, and with the, you can't really see it, behind there, and the waste behind there. I've used a black elbow. For some reason, I always seem to use multicoloured elbows, or different colour elbows to the pipe we're putting in, because I've got a load of them randomly in the van. Right, so we've got hot and colds in there, so we're going to bring them out. Hot, cold, waste in the middle of there. But before we get that bit done, I want to get the waste for the shower put in. So I've just offered the 1.5-inch pipe in so we can notch this joist, get it run to there, and then across over to there underneath the floor. Then we can get this section of flooring back down. I can bring them pipes out the wall there, and then that's that done. That'll be the shower done, and we're slowly making progress. But as I said earlier, it just seems to be taking time for some reason. It's probably not, it's probably just me overthinking that it's taking forever to get it done. But you know, ripping it all out and starting again with fresh copper, so you know everything's all right, is probably the best way to do it anyway. Right, so let's get this notched out and get that 1.5 inch in. So that's the waste in for the shower. Again, another black elbow, because I've got loads of random black elbows in the van. So it's over to there. So now when we concentrate over there, we've got the 1.5 inch there ready for the shower. As I said, base and waste, base and pipes are in. So all I'm going to do now is bring that cold feed across just into this board here, and then we can get this bit laid down. We can have a bit of a sweep up, have a bit of a tidy up, get the water back on, and yeah, make some headway for today. Yeah, it's just seemed to have dragged today. Right, got a brew now. So that is the pipe working for the basin. I've got the shower pipe work to get in tomorrow, and probably start getting the boards on tomorrow as well. But today sort of felt, as I've said before, today sort of dragged, and it felt like I weren't doing a lot. So now the electrician's turned up, I'm doing even less because he's just destroying the room. Look.
Yeah.
Downlighters going in. What's going on there? Nothing. They took out all them bits that were there. And we've got over there, mirror light over there on that wall, and a shaver point going there. Whew. And an unstable electrician. Look at it. I like to keep my area nice and clean. These boys come. So the grenade's gone off up here.
You know it.
You didn't even want to brew either. You don't want to brew, Nick?
Don't have time for that, mate.
Suppose you have time to be here. What time is it? 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Overtime.
Treble time.
Good job we're overboarding. So there we go, end of day 2. We've now got the lights, or the holes for the lights, and all the cabling in for the lights. Cabling for the mirror. We're having a little plug there for toothbrush and shaver point and whatnot. As I say, tomorrow we'll get that pipe in for the shower, get that done, get this boarded, get that boarded, and get the toilet pipe brought up. And also what we've got to do, because the toilet that the customer's bought is a back to the wall pan, and obviously with this here, it's going to go into the side of the pan, so we're going to have to cut the side of the pan out. Now I spoke to Stuart, the customer, and said, I'm more than happy to give it a go, but I can't guarantee it won't break the pan. I've done it before and it's usually alright. Yeah, there is that risk of breaking the pan just when you're cutting that side out. It's a shame they don't do, or they may do, but I've never seen one, a pan with like one side revealed, one side closed, for things like that, left or right handed ones, but I suppose it's in the moulds. But yeah, we'll cut the side out and give it a go.